You guys know I've tested a lot of electric bikes on this channel, but every once in a while one comes along that completely raises the bar. Last time Freego sent me the X0, and I was honestly blown away by how much power they packed into such a small bike. Well, they weren't done. They reached back out and asked if I'd review their brand new X3 50 ampere hours. We're talking up to 8,000 watts of peak power, speeds up to 56 miles per hour, and enough battery to ride all day. This honestly has the potential to be the fastest and most powerful bike I've ever tested on this channel, and I can't wait to see if it lives up to the hype.
Hey guys, this is Daddy O with the O family, and today we're finally checking out the brand new Freego X3 50 amp hour e-bike.
Okay.
If you watch my review of the Freego X0, you already know I had an absolute blast riding it.
Yeah.
Apparently Freego enjoyed the review too, because they reached back out and asked if I'll be interested in reviewing their newest flagship model.
Of course!
The second I found out it was the 50 amp hour version, I was pretty excited.
I'm so excited.
On paper, this thing is absolutely crazy. Freego claims up to 8,000 watts of peak power, top speed of around 56 miles per hour.
That's crazy.
And enough range for some seriously long rides. But you guys know how we do things around here. We're not just going to read the spec sheet, we're going to unbox it, put it together, take it out for a real-world ride, test the acceleration, comfort, braking, and see if it really lives up to all the hype.
Okay.
So with that said, let's get this thing out of the box. This is a big heavy duty box. So let's see here.
No!
Man.
No!
Okay.
A few moments later.
Okay. Alrighty. Let's see what we're working with. Right away, I can tell Freego didn't mess around with the packaging. The box is extremely sturdy, which actually made it a little harder to open, but I'll much rather have that than see a bike arrive damaged during shipping. And here she is. First impressions, this thing already looks incredible. Everything is wrapped really well with plenty of foam, protective covers, and zip ties to keep everything secure. For a premium bike like this is exactly what you hope to see. Looks like Freego also included a second box, and I'm guessing that's where they packed the front wheel, and yep, there it is. They also separated out the battery, which is probably a good thing because this thing is absolutely massive. Seriously, this might be the biggest e-bike battery I've personally seen. The 72 volt 50 amp hour battery is incredibly heavy, but that's exactly what you expect from something designed to deliver this kind of power and range. Now that everything's out of the box, let's take a look at what all comes included. Of course, we got the bike itself, and I have to say, I'm already loving the design. The matte black finish looks really clean. Nice. I really like the Freego wing logo on both sides of the frame. It definitely has that premium motorcycle inspired look. It even comes with a storage pouch already mounted to the frame, which is always nice for carrying your everyday essentials. Here's a front wheel with those aggressive knobby tires, ready for both pavement and off-road riding. We've also got that massive 72 volt 50 amp hour battery, and front and rear fenders, and inside the accessory box you'll find the owner's manual, the necessary assembly tools, extra brake pads, which is a really nice bonus, the hardware, and the front headlight bracket. Freego also includes this KKE adjustable rear shock, which we'll install during assembly, the left and right pedals, and air tag for an extra layer of security, which honestly is really thoughtful addition, a phone mount, and finally this massive 84 volt 6 amp fast charger. This thing is huge. That's what she said.
But considering the size of the battery, that's completely understandable. They also include a few extra zip ties for installing the front shield, and that's pretty much everything that comes inside the box. Now let's get this bike put together. Alright, let's get this thing put together. Assembly was actually pretty straightforward and only requires a few main steps. First, I removed the through axle and brake spacer so I could install the front wheel. Just make sure the brake rotor slides cleanly between the brake pads before reinstalling the through axle and tightening everything down. Once it's secure, give the wheel a quick spin to make sure nothing is rubbing. Next up is a handlebar. Simply remove the top clamp, position the handlebar where you want it, and tighten the 4 bolts evenly. After that, you can fine tune the angle to whatever feels most comfortable for you. Now for probably the most time consuming part of the assembly, the rear shock. I first had to remove the temporary shipping bracket, and to make things easier, I went ahead and removed the seat for better access. Once that was out of the way, installing the KKE rear shock was pretty simple. I just had to lift it slightly to line everything up before tightening the mounting bolts. With the shock installed, I reinstalled the seat while mounting the rear fender underneath at the same time, then tightened everything back down. From there, it was just installing the lower handlebar plate, mounting the headlight, attaching the front fender, and securing the front carbon fiber shield using the included zip ties. Finally, I installed the pedals. Just remember, left pedal tightens counterclockwise while the right pedal tightens clockwise. And that's it, we're all done. Other than the rear shock taking a few extra minutes to line everything up, the rest of the assembly was actually very straightforward and went together without any major issues.
Alright guys, before we take this thing out for a ride, let's go over some of the specs because there are definitely some impressive numbers here. Starting down here with the wheels, the Freego X3 comes with 19-inch motorcycle style spoke wheels wrapped in aggressive 2.75-inch knobby tires. The tread is nice and deep, so whether you're riding on pavement, gravel, dirt, or trails, you should have plenty of grip and confidence. Moving up to the suspension, Freego definitely didn't cut any corners. Up front, you've got an inverted hydraulic front fork, while the rear gets premium KKE hydraulic shock. Combined with the full suspension setup, this bike should have no problem soaking up bumps, potholes, and rough trails while keeping the ride smooth and comfortable. Now let's talk about the brakes, because with this kind of power, stopping is just as important as going fast. Freego equipped the X3 with motorcycle style 4-piston hydraulic disc brakes paired with large 203mm rotors in both the front and rear. Nice. That means stronger stopping power, better heat management, and more confidence when you're riding at higher speeds or heading downhill. Powering everything is a massive 72-volt, 50-amp-hour battery, giving you roughly 3,600 watt-hours of energy. That's a huge battery, and Freego claims up to 110 miles of range under ideal riding conditions. Now realistically, your actual range is going to depend on things like your weight, terrain, riding style, weather, and how much you like twisting that throttle. But it's definitely one of the largest battery packs I've reviewed on this channel. Charging the battery is 84-volt, 6-amp fast charger, and Freego says a full charge takes about 5 to 8 hours, which honestly isn't bad considering just how much battery capacity you're getting. Alright, now let's get to what everybody came here for, the power. The X3 is powered by a rear hub motor rated at 4,500 watts of continuous power with an incredible 8,000 watts of peak output.
Whoa.
Freego claims a top speed up to 28 miles per hour in city mode and up to 56 miles per hour once unlocked for off-road use.
That's crazy.
Those are some pretty wild numbers, and if those claims hold true, this could easily become the fastest electric bike I've ever tested on this channel.
For sure.
Now, as impressive as all those specs sound, numbers on paper only tell half the story. The real question is, how does it actually ride? Let's get this thing out on the road and find out.
Alright guys, before we take it out for the first ride, let's take a quick tour around the cockpit so you know where everything is. Starting over here on the left side of the handlebar, this is where you'll find all of your main controls. You got your headlight button, turn signals, horn. Whoa, that is pretty loud.
and mode controls all within easy reach, so you never have to take off your hand off the handlebar while riding. Let's go ahead and turn this on real quick. Hold the power button. I forgot to turn on the power switch. Here's the power button right here, and it shows a battery percentage on the battery, which is nice. It's right at 100%. Go ahead and close this. All right, so let me go ahead and turn the bike on. Hold the power button for a few seconds. And the NFC, you do get 2 NFC cards, and put it against the screen, and that turns on the bike. And right in the center is this large full color display, and I have to say it's really clean and easy to read. It shows your current speed, battery level right here, riding mode. It's in parking right now. In order for you to get out of the park, I think I have to press the brake. So get out of it, you press the brake from the parking. Here's the riding mode. By pressing plus and minus button, it goes all the way up to pedal assist 3. And here's the trip information. It's got the odometer. By pressing the power button, now it shows the trip mileage, battery voltage output, the time that's been on, and that's pretty much it. And all of the information you'll want while you're out riding. Even just sitting here in daylight, visibility looks really good. As you guys can see, it's nice and clean. Moving over to the right side, things stay nice and simple. This is where you'll find the throttle along with the front brake lever. Speaking of the brake levers, I have to say these look really sharp. They got this polished finish that almost looks like chrome, giving the cockpit a much more premium motorcycle feel instead of looking like a typical e-bike, as you guys can see.
Nice.
Now let's take a look at where the battery goes. The battery slides right into the frame from the top. Once it's locked in, it feels extremely solid with no movement, which is exactly what you want on a bike, capable of these kind of speeds. And with that massive 72 volt 50 amp hour battery installed, this thing is finally ready for its first ride. Obviously, a powerful bike like this, I gotta put my helmet on. Safety first. All right, let me go ahead and turn the bike on. Okay, so you can see it's park mode. Just press the brake, get out of the park. Obviously, I'm going to start with pedal assist 1, and this doesn't have the manual shift gear. So paddle is there just for the looks. You know, the e-bike regulations getting stricter, depends on which state you're in. Some states you can have just foot pegs, you're allowed to go, but some of the states now, especially like public park or some of the sidewalks, you have to have paddle assist in order for you to get on the public park and other public sidewalks. Let's go ahead and start with the pedal assist 1, the push throttle. Super quiet. I could just tell by hitting these little bumps that this bike is going to feel comfortable. Just cruising, going 16, 17 miles, 18. Now, I'm sure there's gonna be a big difference from pedal assist 1 to pedal assist 2. Oh yeah, more torque. Oh, definitely a big difference. Let me test out the brake here. Brake is excellent. Man, the ride just feels so smooth.
Smooth like butter.
And it's effortlessly going 25 miles per hour. I'm not gonna go too fast because then there's some cars here. Oh yeah. 25, 26, very smooth. Brake is excellent. Now I'm gonna try pedal assist 3. That's, oh my god. Pedal assist 3 now. Super torquey, oh my god. Woo! 43 instant.
Wow.
Gee, this thing's fast. Oh my god, 44, no problem at all. Crazy fast. Jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, 50. Woo. It's a little scary when you get up to 50. Man, just effortless. Quiet, smooth. Oh my god. This is definitely the fastest I have ever reviewed on this channel.
For sure.
Going up to 50 is just effortless. It says it'll go up to 56, but I am a little scared to try that.
You chicken?
This is just too fun. Just twist throttle just a little bit. Boom, takes it up. Man, going up to 40, just no problem at all. Yeah, I look down, it's already 39, 40 miles per hour. 42, man, this is instant, super fast. It does really feel like I'm riding a motorcycle. 45, 51, 52, 55, 56. Oh my God, wow! Woo. That's gotta be the record. I think I could have went to 60 if I would have pushed it a little more.
No way.
Because it would have kept going. I had to kind of lean forward to get it balanced because I'm not used to going that fast. Definitely, this is the fastest, most comfortable bike with top speed like this. At the same time, it's quiet. Every bike I have reviewed, it keeps getting faster and stronger. And this tops it, that 8,000 watt peak power, the torque just gets crazy. This is so fun. Definitely with this much of power, strong recommend older teenagers who's responsible riders, adults who wants to have fun on weekends or everyday commute. This could be it. But with this much of power comes with a great responsibility. Always wear a helmet.
Remember, with great power comes great responsibility.
Obviously, dual suspension like this much of power. I'm going to test out here our usual grassy, bumpy roads and hilly and see how it does. I am 100% positive that this is gonna do really well. Let's check it out.
After spending time with the Freego X3, it's easy to see why this bike stands out. It has all the power you could ever ask for, but what really impressed me was how comfortable it is. The suspension absolutely eats up bumps, potholes, and rough terrain, making almost everything feel incredibly smooth. No matter where I rode, the bike always felt stable, planted, and inspired confidence. And then there's the performance. As of today, this is officially the fastest electric bike I've tested on this channel, and every twist of the throttle just puts a smile on your face. It's the kind of bike that makes you want to take the long way home, explore new trails, and see where the adventure takes you. Whether you're someone who loves chasing adrenaline, enjoys getting off the beaten path, or simply wants a powerful bike for everyday commuting, the Freego X3 is built to do it all. With its massive battery, impressive range, and incredible performance, this is one of those bikes that keeps you looking for excuses to go out and ride.
Alright guys, after spending some time with the Freego X3, let's wrap things up with what I liked and a few things I think could be improved. First, let's talk about the performance because that's really what this bike is all about. The power is absolutely insane. Acceleration is smooth, incredibly responsive, and once you get moving, it just keeps pulling. If you're looking for one of the fastest and most exciting electric bikes out there, the X3 definitely delivers.
For show.
Next is the ride quality. Between the full suspension, the adjustable KKE rear shock, and those motorcycle style tires, this bike feels incredibly stable and comfortable whether you're cruising on the street or tackling rougher terrain. Another huge highlight has to be the battery. That massive 72 volt 50 amp hour battery provides some serious capacity. Freego claims up to 110 miles of range under ideal conditions, and while your real world range will always depend on your riding style, terrain, and speed, it's nice knowing you got plenty of battery for long rides. Even better, the included 84 volt 6 amp charger can fully recharge it in about 5 to 8 hours, which is actually pretty reasonable considering just how large the battery is. I also really like the overall fit and finish. The bright full color display is easy to read. The polished brake levers give it a premium motorcycle feel, and features like the NFC unlocking system, included tracker, and locking battery really show the attention to detail Freego put into this bike. As for the negatives, there are a few things worth mentioning. The first is definitely the weight. The bike comes in at around 132 pounds, making it one of the heaviest bikes I've reviewed on this channel. The battery alone weighs around 45 pounds, which is honestly not surprising considering the amount of power and range you're getting. Just keep that in mind if you plan on loading it into a truck or moving it around very often. The second thing is the seat height. At about 30 44.3 inches. Freego recommends riders between 5'7" and 6'3", and honestly I think they got that right. If you're around 5'6" or shorter, this bike is definitely going to feel tall, especially when you're coming to a stop. And finally, because of the performance this bike offers, I wouldn't recommend it for someone completely new to riding. This is a powerful machine that deserves respect, so take your time getting comfortable with it before using all of its power. Overall, I came away really impressed with the Freego X3 after reviewing the X0 earlier this year. I was excited when Freego reached back out and asked if I'll be interested in reviewing their flagship X3.
Yeah, baby!
I had pretty high expectations coming into this review, and honestly the X3 lived up to them.
For sure.
If you're looking for an electric bike that's incredibly fast and well built, comfortable, loaded with premium features, and has enough battery capacity for some seriously long rides, I think the Freego X3 is definitely worth checking out. If you're interested in picking one up, I'll have a link down in the description below. Freego also gave me an affiliated link along with my discounted code OHFAMILY, OHFAMILY, which will save you $100 on both the Freego X3 and the Freego X0. If you enjoyed today's review or found it helpful, I really appreciate it if you give me this video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. And if you're new here and enjoyed honest real-world electric bike review, be sure to hit that subscribe button because we got plenty more coming your way. We'd like to thank Freego for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.